Okay, let's start our little hops. All right, arm swings. So yeah, we'll need our band for a warm up and then dumbbells that you can press with and curl with. And then one heavier weight that you can do squats with. And at the end, we're going to do some chest press. So you might want something a little bit heavier for those. And then we'll put our band back on at the end. All right, squat up on the toes, reach, warm up those arms, legs, calves. Good, upper body right here. Oh, Sarah, I went out to lunch with Andrea and April on Saturday, and that was cool. We went to Old Town and we went and walked around, did some shopping, had lunch. All right, swing it. Because she just went on that Viking cruise. So that was fun. See all her pictures. And Renee, I had no luck at the other places as far as that piece that I want. They had some cool stuff though. Cool place for like Christmas presents. All right, knee up. Open up those arms, get that good chest stretch, and tap that knee. All right, let's get wide stance and do a little side lunge and reach. Good, and then some spinal twist. All right, let's grab that band and start our warm up. Get those glutes activated. And we'll just start with pigeon. All right, let's go 5 to the left. Keep that resistance, knees out. 5 to the left, 5 to the right. Finish out your 5 and 5 and then start monster walks. All right, finish that. And we're going standing clamshells. Bring it in alignment. Don't let it come all the way in. Lined up with the leg and out. Good, other side. Good, all right, let's go ahead and go squat and then open up at the bottom. All right, stay down there. Give me some out, out. All right, hopefully those got nice and warmed up. Okay, first exercise, you're gonna do 2 dumbbells. You're gonna do a swing, bring it up, and 2 presses. And then the next exercise, you're gonna have that 1 weight because we're gonna do squats to one side. So make sure you got those 2 weights and that 1 heavier weight. Okay, so we're swinging, be in control of it, and then 2 presses. Finish out those reps. And then we're gonna grab our 1 heavier weight. We're gonna start here and you're gonna squat to one side. So we're just doing the same side and then we'll switch midway. All right, we're gonna switch to the other side. Chest up. Push to the heel. Good, finish that and then go ahead and rest. Put your weight down. So the next one's a little funky. You're gonna hold your weight this way and it's a little squat position and you're just rotating, kind of like swing, but rotate and squat. Feel it in your core. Chest up. Be in control of that weight. Remember to breathe. Good. Good, rest. Go ahead and put those down. We have a little bit of time to rest, and then we're gonna go back curtsy lunge with a bicep curl, and we're gonna alternate our sides. So go ahead and grab those weights. And we're gonna go back curtsy. You can curl at the bottom, or you can curl in between, and we are gonna alternate sides. So up to you where you wanna curl, bottom or top. Curtsy, curl. Good, finish that out, and we got rest. And then figure out if that was the right weight. Get different weights, get some water. All right, let's grab those 2 dumbbells, and we got our swing and then 2 presses. Good, tummy tight. Good, finish that. All right, we're back to that goblet position. Squat to the side. Good, other side. All right, finish that, rest. We got a little bit of time in between, and then we're gonna do our little rotations, working the core. Squatty position. Make it flow, Sarah. Woo. Good, try to feel that core. Keep it nice and tight. Rest. Go ahead and put that weight down. All right, grab those 2 weights. I'm exhaling at the bottom because that's the hardest part for me. Good, drop that knee down. Finish it out so you're even and rest. All right, you guys grab those dumbbells. We got our swing and 2 presses. Keep that core nice and tight when you're doing the swing, when you're coming up, nice and tight. Control those weights. Rest. All right, let's get that dumbbell. Start our squats. Good. Other side. Good. All right, we got our rotation. Thinking about the core. We're in that little squat position. Good. Okay, last one in this circuit. Back lunge or back curtsy and curl. Okay. Get low with that knee. Push through that front foot. Load those glutes, quads, core is tight. Stay over that front leg. Finish that out. And then you're going to want two weights that you can do chest press with. And you're going to put your band back on and we're going to stay on the floor. For the chest press, we are going to do a reverse crunch with it. And then keep a heavy dumbbell close by because we're going to do hip lifts as well. So make sure you got that heavy weight close by to put it on your hips after this first set. Okay, legs up in the air, so get your weights ready. Legs up in the air, you can give it a little bit of tension if you want. And then we're gonna go reverse. Down to the floor if you can. And up. If you can't go all the way down, just go down as far as you can. If you'd rather have your knees bent, that's fine. Keep the weights lined up with your chest. Come to the ground, rest for a sec. From that dead position and up. Good. Okay, so then we're gonna put one weight on our hips and then abduct. So spread those feet apart, knees apart. And we're gonna do our hip lifts, weight on our hips. Tension in the band. Keep the belly tight, squeeze those glutes. All right, go ahead and take that weight off your hips. And we're gonna go to all fours. And we're gonna do our opposite arm and leg with our band on. So extend, opposite arm and leg, and then alternate. Good. Go ahead and stretch back. Stretch your shoulders, lower back. And then we'll flip it back over for another set of chest and straight leg reverse if you can. I'm exhaling when I'm coming up. But I just want to make sure you're breathing. All right, good. Let's get that weight up on the hips. Get that resistance with your band. And we got our hip lifts. Pause for a couple seconds at the top. Work those glutes. Think about your weaker side. Make sure that those glutes are engaging. Tummy tight. Don't poof it out. All right, good. Get that weight off your hips. And let's flip it over for our alternating opposite arm and leg. Extend that leg back there. Nice and slow in control. Square up those hips. Good, 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 good. Good, stretch back. All right, let's get set back up for the chest press and straight leg. All righty, ready? I love how the cat is so much like a dog. Awesome. All right, let's get that weight on our hips. Give yourself that tension. And let's go hip lift. Good. All right, flip it. Good, stretch back. All right, so we're gonna do some abs. You can keep your band off or take it off or keep it on. We're gonna go bicycle. All right, rest. All right, if you can, put those feet together, spread your knees apart, and we're gonna do a double crunch like that. And if you need to bring your knees in, that's fine. And if your neck is starting to get tired, just do the reverse part of the exercise. All right, now hold it at the top. Hold it. Engage those abs. Hold. Hold at the top in that crunch position. And rest. All right, so take some time and stretch if you can. Or shall I say, make time and stretch. Great job getting on. I'll see you guys on Wednesday.
Thank you.
All right, good job getting on. See you Wednesday.
Okay, bye.
Bye, Mike.